Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So I'm Leo. We'll get into that in a minute here, but I guess we'll start off with some stretching here. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, number one, we'll do the head tilt for 10 seconds. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back. 1, 2, 3, wait a minute. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wrist up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wrist. Other wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cactus pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reaching sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
all right. Grateful and proud. Anybody have anything? Share.
That's you.
That's you.
What are
Me?
you grateful
Yeah,
for?
what are you grateful
Oh,
for?
shoot.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm just super grateful to be here, honestly. I'll get into the slides in a little bit, but like maybe this is a low-hanging fruit thing, but this is a great company to work for. I'm super proud to represent the products and the people on day to day. So low-hanging fruit as it may be, that's what I'm grateful for. All right, now your turn. Any shout outs?
Shout out to Lee for doing a presentation.
Anything else?
Shout out to our discussion we were having last night. We had shared some input on the book we're reading, and there was some different perspectives, different thoughts. It was just good. So thanks for sharing your thoughts on that.
Shout out to Brian for catching starting to see the order yesterday. Freight order had a bumper rear bumper match the front and sliders So we gave the customer a call, and was very grateful that that was caught, so it would cost him save that he would have to pay for it, so.
And yeah, finding those mistakes before they pop.
Every shout out's always about my kids, but I'm gonna do it again. It's my oldest Tatum. He's in a Head Start program for school, and it's the same elementary school that I went to, and he's getting along good with the other kids and playing really good. So it's crazy to see him walk the same halls that I did when I was a kid. It was just such a surreal moment yesterday. So shout out to my son.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, any others?
Shout out Morgan for some great visual control work at the shop yesterday.
Yeah.
Happy to give him what that is, check it out.
All right, any more? We're on a good roll there. I guess we'll stop. All right, video of the day here.
Good morning, fellow Americans. I am over here by the box gluing machine where we keep all of our small boxes. And the improvement I have for today is I've organized these shelves that Ryan has built for us according to size, box size. So that way, when we see size is getting low, we know that we need to make those, or if we need to grab some for shipping, we know where to find those sizes. So everything's labeled, got a magnet on it. That way, if they need to move, we need to rearrange them, then nothing is permanent. Have a good day.
I like that had visual control built into it too, and that it was magnetic and you can rearrange it and stuff, so it's future proof, or at least adaptable.
Good morning, fellow Americans. I am over here by the
All right, so as far as SOPs, this is one that I created, and I actually kind of use it on a regular basis because sometimes I get halfway through this process, and what the process is looking up shipping dimensions for a product without having to bother shipping department or people. There's a few steps to it. Sometimes I forget, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I have to reference my own darn SOP to get through it. So there's that for the day. Now, who is this guy? Meaning me, I guess. A lot of you have seen me. Some of you have not ever seen me. Most of you don't know me. So I figured I'd take a minute to introduce myself since you share your great space with me here. My name is Lee. I'll kind of buzz through these real quick. They're some pretty basic points, but I grew up in Massachusetts. I moved to Colorado 15 years ago. Off-roading, wheeling, vehicle modification, kind of a passion, and you can't really do a heck of a lot of that on the East Coast. There's really no access to public lands. There's tons of laws. The vehicle that I have, probably all of them, I mean, they'd probably get towed in Massachusetts in a day. So out there, I see a lot of live music, do a heck of a lot of off-road exploration, and get into some mountain biking. This moose picture my wife sent me yesterday, he was hanging out in our yard with four other moose for like 3 days. They're actually kind of a nuisance in our area. Mises, yeah. Mies. So I don't know if any of you have heard the term imposter syndrome, but at times it feels a little weird to stand up here and do this kind of thing. So in addition to this guy, I'm also just a dude who's playing a dude disguised as another dude. All right. Professionally speaking, I have been in the Jeep and truck off-road space for a little over 10 years. I've started off doing tech and customer support for a different company, moved into a bit of product development, transitioned into the marketing department where I was the manager for events, co-managed our SEMA presence, which is about a $1.5 million spend. Product management, just making sure that everything makes sense with the products and how they're displayed. Managing the product launches, and in that company, we were a 2- and 3-step distribution, which is a lot more complicated than just single step when it comes to launching products, in terms of having all your product data organized in the Aces of Pi spreadsheet and making sure it's in a universally understandable language for all the resellers. B2B communications, just handling communications with the reseller partners. And that especially becomes important with new products as well as promotions. Some of them are pretty quick to get kind of angsty or point fingers. So it can be a pretty spicy relationship to maintain at times. And probably the most colorful thing that I was a part of is the Jeep Jamboree USA and Jeep Adventure Academy circuit, where I spent a fair amount of time traveling the country and sharing the trails with our consumers, making sure they have a good day, speaking to people who are new Jeep owners on behalf of Jeep and instructing driving courses. A lot of fun stuff. So I've had a pretty privileged wheeling life. Rubicon Trail half dozen times, once by helicopter, trails between there and Vermont, all over the country. So Thich Nhat Hanh is the quote of the day here. You are not an observer, you're a participant, basically meaning you're in control of everything that happens every day. You don't have to sit by and watch it. You don't have to wait for anybody else to do anything. You're in control of all your actions and everything that you see around you. All right, so the topic for today is really just, I guess, my observations from afar for the changes that have taken place over the past couple months, of which there have been many.
Oh. Accuracy.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit self-explanatory, but my first time walking through here, it was great. It was a great walkthrough, but I definitely had a feeling like I was in somebody else's space, like you're in somebody else's way. I don't know if you've stood in the kitchen while somebody else is cooking a meal in their own home. Kind of that feeling. Like no matter where I would be in somebody's way. I wanted to get in this area and out of this area as quickly as possible. And through all of the improvements that have been made, this is kind of more the feeling now. It feels more cooperative. It feels more efficient, more welcoming. I don't feel like I'm in somebody's way necessarily when I walk back here. And overall, it feels like there's shared goals and direction. I think if I was to put myself in the shoes of the people that are back here every day, you're kind of more just in general cooperative, right? Like somebody could walk into somebody else's booth and have everything be the same. And that's kind of the whole idea of the standardization. So I guess what is lean to you? Pretty lame way to start out a slide here. But I guess I wanted to get across the point that it doesn't necessarily have to be a process that you follow. It's not something that's out of a textbook. It's just a way of thinking and investing in your tomorrow. So I did a little bit of quick math here. If you spend 30 minutes on one improvement and you're like, man, this is only going to save me 30 seconds. This might not be worth my time. It's only going to take 12 weeks for that to yield a positive time benefit. And that's not that long. I'm sure everybody's going to plan to be here for more than 12 weeks in the future. So it is an investment in your tomorrow. Examples in your personal life. I'm curious, does anybody have any examples on things that you do on your own recreational time outside of the building that have streamlined your day just a little bit?
I labeled my spice cabinet, and yesterday when I went to make chicken Alfredo, it took like half the time to find the thing.
No way. That's impressive.
That's what he said.
Homemade
They were getting some back too.
Alfredo.
I actually organized all my kids' toys into bins and have been teaching him that this toy goes in this bin and he's actually getting it.
Heck yeah.
So he picked up his own toys and puts them in the right bin and where they go and everything.
Put some away too?
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
well, I get in there with him, but yeah, he participates.
Nice.
He's getting there.
I brush my teeth in the shower.
Hey. Yeah.
I save 2 minutes every day.
Oh, but
Hey, easy there. Don't go too far with that one. All right, so how have the practices here affected my day to day? I'll say one thing that has definitely gotten easier is if we have an order that's late or a customer that is waiting on a product that's late. Prior to the one-piece flow system, if it was a product in a much larger batch, if that job is behind in terms of that order, it's kind of like, all right, guy, we're going to be late on this one. There's just not a heck of a lot you can do. You just have to wait for that whole job to flow through. But now, where there are much fewer parts in a given job, if that job is late for that customer, it's been pretty, and I don't want to say that it's been easy for everybody, but it's been easy for me to get the help that I need in terms of getting that product pushed through more quickly. So if it's a job with one piece on it and we say, hey, we got a 911 here, this is late, guys mad, whatever, cancel. being able to move that through and make some exceptions for it seems to be a world easier than if it was tied to a bus license. So hopefully that is the case for everybody else as well. Personal pride and positivity. I mean, I'm not here every day, so I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. But my feeling is that people have a lot more pride in their workspace, and it's been nice to see. There's a lot more positivity about it, more pride about your actual space that you spend your day in. And maybe you had the pride before, but not necessarily the leeway to take 30 minutes in the day to make it. But attitude is infectious, and the happiness that that creates absolutely, from my point of view, has resonated throughout the rest of the building and ergo beyond the building as well. And this is kind of just a sentiment of taking the initiative to make that change, because if you don't make the changes, then nothing happens. But and thankfully the company is kind of willing to let everybody take the time in the morning to make those changes. So that's super accommodating. Little moment of that.
I don't want to live in a hole anymore. It makes me feel poor.
We are poor, but we're happy.
Come see, come saw. Anyway, the views are better above ground. I'm 7 non-Fox years old now. My father died at 7. I don't want to live in a hole anymore. And I'm going to do something.
Cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. No matter what it is. Many times you say to yourself, I got to lose weight. I got to lose weight. I'm too fat. And then you know what? During the day you eat at night, and the next day you get mad at yourself. Well, what do you want? What do you want? You got to change something.
Fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back, oh, it could have been great.
Yep.
It could have been great.
You must get up. Your journey is not over. I can't fight him. He has all my weapons. I have nothing. When you began your journey, you were determined. Nothing could stop you. And now that you are so close, are you willing to give up so easily? It was easier at the beginning. Beginnings are often easier. But think of all that you have accomplished along your journey.
I'm going to have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Because, yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man. I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. As soon as these things line up, I'm going to live my life. I'm never going to get to that where everything's okay, where everything looks a certain way. And in the meantime, I'm burning the best time I do have available. I'm burning that candle up. I'm burning this candle down, and I'm saying as soon as it gets bright enough or warm enough in here, I'm going to show up. But the candle's getting smaller.
What's the point of fighting my way up the mountain when someone else is just going to come up the easy way? There is always going to be someone who does things the easy way. But that should not stop you from doing things the right way. It is your journey, young warrior. Only you decide when it ends.
All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I found it fitting. So, again, I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to represent such a great product and great people behind it. I've been running JCR products on my personal trail vehicle for over 10 years as well. So that being said, that's kind of the end of my presentation here. Any questions or comments?
Really like that video.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Glad you enjoyed it. I was like, Kevin, is this too weird? He's like, nah.
I think that's the right amount of beer.
And I think it's kind of perfect timing because we're getting to a point where we might be getting to a difficult part in this lean implementation, and I think we just all need to push forward, push through to the other side. So that's awesome video.
Cool.
In my opinion.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, daily department check-ins, Dawn.
It was a busy day at the saw yesterday, on jobs, so I tell me where to cut today. Hopefully we get better.
Okay, awesome. Surfacing,
Well, we got some 7 gauge done, 7 gauge steel, then we loaded up some corner wrench load that we gotta get done. Yep, should be able to get through it.
great. Jimmy,
Yesterday I cut a bunch of DIY, like box tube and stuff on the Dragon.
Carriers.
Yeah, I carried like, oh, I forgot what they were. Had a little trouble getting it sitting properly, but I figured that out. If I figured it out, I mean, I just wrapped it up until it was thick enough. And it was good to go.
all right. Laser,
Later ain't good. Got through a schedule 7 gauge, we actually cut a small schedule. Right after that, possibly trying to do small batches rather than huge. Local weight. I think so far it's going good. Today we're gonna try to do the same thing. Just develop up materials just to keep it flowing.
Brad. Great, Chris. Oh, CNC.
We did already yesterday. We got through all the crossbars that came in, machined over powder coat, and got set up on some latch catches, and Chris is filling me up with material, so should be good.
Awesome. Great, Chris.
Went pretty good. We got a new priority list made for us, so hopefully we can get through that today.
Right on. Ben.
Yeah, it's pretty decent day yesterday. We were man down in the morning, but Tim jumped in and kept the cell rolling. So shout out kind of Tim just for jumping in when he's needed. We had a good, I'd say we had some good times on the aluminum as well. We got a couple bumpers and some skids and stuff out the door. So pretty good day.
Awesome. John.
Flat purchasing, I'm gonna attack today, so.
Every time.
Speaking of small batches and crossbars, we got some smaller batches of crossbars in this past, well, I think while I was gone. So trying to get a feel for how that feels going through all the departments that are involved, so any feedback would be great, because I'm gonna be looking to order those more often in those smaller sizes, so they don't burden any department at one times.
More from the peanut gallery back there, John? No, okay.
No.
Engineering?
Engineering, we're actually gonna do, I don't know, some of you guys may know, we're doing a Kaizen event today. We're gonna rearrange some pallet racking out back in your guys' area, try to make space more efficiently used and make things easier to get to. So there's like 8 or 10 of us that are gonna pull everything outside, tear down the racking, clean everything, and put everything back in different configurations. So there's like 8 or 10 of us. So the important thing is that we're gonna try our best to not disrupt all of you guys from being productive today. So we'll be around, but try not to let us bother you.
I pulled what jobs I needed away. They put my schedule.
Cool. Customer service.
I think we're doing okay. It's been really difficult having Lee around here because it's just such a drain on everybody. No, it's fantastic having Lee around here. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Just a murmur of I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's been really cool having Lee around. I think it's awesome having everybody kind of in the same space because you don't realize, like you guys in the back get to see each other. Everybody here in shipping get to see each other all the time. We may not talk to Lee physically for a week, 2 weeks. And so it's really great to see him face to face and just kind of feel like a complete, team again. So really enjoying that. Tickets are going good. Just got to make some extra calls to catch up from the weekend still. But we're doing okay.
I like that you use the synergize gesticulation.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Synergize. Marketing.
Yo, Daryl, Cameron and I Had a meeting with Miva yesterday, our quarterly touch point meeting. Everything's good. Looks like we're moving forward on some things with Fat American Manufacturing that we had questions on. So good meeting.
Awesome. Nothing, okay.
We are, you're not. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Cameron, love you.
I have a shipping department update from Brian. All right, so shipping department, I'm gonna print off the sheet, maybe I'll get a whiteboard, but can everybody read that?
Yeah.
Font? Okay. Right, so. We've got our daily total from yesterday, we've got our monthly total, then we've got our goal. So I'm always gonna have those three up there. So we had a pretty good day yesterday. We missed Chandler for half a day. He was here in the morning, had the afternoon off, so that number is reflective of that. Pretty good total considering we didn't ship any roof racks. So anyway, last 2 days we've been over that number without shipping roof racks. So keep up the good work for us.
Robot.
Yeah, so yesterday, I don't have exact quantities, but I know there were 2 orders of clearing box spacers off the robot. And I had a meeting a little early yesterday, but it looked like we had about 11, roughly out of 14 carriers. Right, 7 right hand, 4 left hand. So we'll keep cruising on that today. We've had done, and then we're gonna try to push through some of the bumpers and things that we've already loaded on. Okay. See some stuff. Well, up to shipping.
Super cool. And powder coat.
Powder coat was a good day. We pushed out all the 16 and the crossbars that we had pushed through us yesterday. Thanks to Braden or Caden. We've got 47s prepped and ready to hang, so we'll push out another 80 today and 80 the next day.
Great.
Good day yesterday.
Cool. And oh, all right, we got one. Okay, so the gift doesn't make any sense here because at the time there was nobody and it was possibly you, but looks like we got Alex tomorrow talking about bubble. Possibly Alex. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Lee.